Hello, my name is Erik Templeman, and from February 2013 to July 2016 I have been the coordinator of the Light.touch.matters project. One thing we learned in Project Light.touch.matters is that there are designers and designers. There are many kinds. And the main kinds that we can distinguish, and that we think you should know, are the design researchers, or you might say the academics, and the design practitioners, the actual doers. It's very different if your main line of work is to educate students and write papers, which the academics do, or if you actually work with clients and design products and prototypes, which is what the practitioners do. And they bring different strengths to the project. If we start with the academics, the main thing that we have discovered that they can add to the mix is that they can provide objective frames of reference against which the process in the design work can be measured. In our project we saw this, for instance, for interaction potential or for the environmental performance. These are things where professional designers, so the practitioners, tend to go rather quickly and who also tend to fall in love with their own results, never forget. But the academics can then really lay down how these things can be assessed and how you can make steps towards improvement. Another thing that the design researchers bring, I already mentioned the word, is students. Students are really an exciting addition to any kind of research project. Not just as workforce, but as a creative entity of itself. So we were very lucky in our project to involve many of these young talents, and we recommend that you exploit the same potential in whatever ventures you have yourself. So use the design academics for providing these frames of reference, from there developing into thought leaders on, for instance, usability or environmental properties, but also and especially involve these new students. That is really very important. Now, what do the design practitioners bring? Really so many things, but to just mention a few, they bring in the end user perspective. They consistently and systematically ask for samples, samples and samples. They make prototypes and they show what your new technology, in our case interactive materials, can bring to actual end users, and are really very good at that. So that's the main thing that they bring. But they also have, let's say, a remarkable ability to question what the technology should actually do. So to discover what the requirements really are and to discover unexpected requirements. For instance, it was a designer who first asked in our project what the materials look like when they are turned off. A completely obvious question, so it seems, that at that point had not been asked. And the designers can also prevent you from over-specifying your technology. A nice example from a sister project, Solar Design, where we saw that the materials researchers wanted to have the most efficient solar cell. But the designers discovered that efficiency really was not that important. The form factors, shapes and sizes and colors were actually much more important. Now, you may ask, aren't these designers known for this lateral thinking, and what does this bring? Many things. One thing it doesn't bring is designers are not going to magically solve all the difficult issues that the scientists cannot solve. They're not wizards. But one thing that we found very surprising is the materials specialists, or in general the technology specialists, they try to make things really very good. They are not satisfied unless their samples are 100% homogeneous, working all the time, etc. Now, in our project we discovered that many of the work that needs doing, or much of the work that needs doing, can actually be tested with non-functional samples. So this is really where the difference in mindsets comes in. The material scientists tend to work towards a single objective, and if they don't succeed, they will be disappointed. But this failed sample can still be used for all kinds of other, let's say, integrative work. That's something we learned from design, and we hope you can use it in your project.